the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the virtual Richmond Raceway for tonight's running of round 11 of the OP Racing Throwback Series. You're watching live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. My name is Dawson Wise, as always, back with you here on a Thursday night, bringing you all the action for 200 laps of action-packed racing here at the Richmond Raceway, the 3/4 mile bullring. Glad to have everybody with us tonight. Over 20 cars have made the trip. They're off the hauler. They're on the racetrack and ready to get it going here from Richmond in just a few moments. 5 minutes left in practice, and we are going to get down to business here in round number 11. We're going to take you trackside briefly for our pre-race ceremonies and the playing of our national anthem as we get started here on a Thursday night.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back into the Richmond Raceway, and good evening if you're just joining me here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. My name, again, is Dawson Wise, and I'm back with another week of incredible racing tonight. The scene is set at Richmond Raceway. You're getting a nice aerial shot of this 3/4 mile bullring here in Richmond, Virginia, as we get ready to go for 200 laps of racing. All your favorites are here, the usual players. We've got some new drivers in the field as well that we will cover as the night goes on. About 2 minutes left until we start getting into our qualifying runs. Matt Hayden currently sits atop the board of our practice session. These guys are putting in a ton of laps, by the way. Some guys putting in over 100 laps here in the practice session, getting ready for tonight's action, getting their strategies set up, getting all of that squared away here as we get ready to go racing from Richmond. A minute and a half to go in the practice session, and as you're coming in, I will take just a moment. Here is still practice rolling on the racetrack, and I will talk about this later on in the broadcast. I'll talk about it at the end of the broadcast because I want to keep plugging it. I want to get it in your ears now. I want to give you an idea of what's going to be going on this weekend, specifically Sunday afternoon, a special afternoon presentation of the Turn 3 Racing Network. Sunday afternoon, live at 1:45. Write that time down, 1:45 p.m. Eastern on the East Coast on Sunday afternoon. It is the Ryan Sadusky Gobble Gobble 500. The NASCAR Craftsman trucks head to the Talladega Superspeedway for a full-length, 188-lap, 500-mile feature event as we ring in the Thanksgiving week and celebrate the life of Ryan Sadusky. I certainly hope you will join me for that race. I'm going to continue to plug it. It is a completely full-length race. We will have guys from all over the place, guys from OP, guys from Leagues of Old, guys from the money racing scene, all across iRacing super speedway communities. We will have guys in that field. It is a very fun field so far. I've gotten to see the entry list. It's going to be an awesome event, and I hope you will join me on Sunday afternoon. Again, Sunday afternoon, 1:45 p.m., a special extended pre-race show, about a 30-minute pre-race leading into that event. And I sure hope you decide to join me on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We'll have some special guests, some pre-race interviews, some previews, some backstory, all kinds of pre-race information for you during that event. It's going to be a really cool event, a really fun and unique event as we ring in the Thanksgiving holiday. Obviously, next week being the Thanksgiving holiday, next Thursday, and I'll get to that a little bit later as well. But please, join me for that next Sunday. This coming Sunday, so in 3 days from now on Sunday afternoon. Mark it on your calendars. Join me for the Ryan Sadusky Gobble Gobble 500. And you're going to hear me plug that a number of times tonight. I'm really looking forward to that broadcast. It's going to be a very exciting afternoon of racing, a very fun way to ring in that Thanksgiving week, and then obviously an opportunity to reflect on friends and family, reflect on the life of Ryan Sadusky. So please, mark it on your calendars now. Block out the time. At least try to tune in wherever you may be on Sunday afternoon and take a look at that full-length event. Tonight we got 200 laps. You're going to see one man on the racetrack here. That's Isaiah Dupreez. We're just in the blimp camera for now as he takes his run at this qualifying effort. As we get ready to go from the Richmond Raceway, what a season it has been to this point. Only 6 races remain in this season. Over the next 8 weeks, counting 9 weeks, 6 races in 9 weeks. We'll wrap up our season here tonight, or here in this inaugural return season of the OP Racing Throwback Series, and what a series it has been. You might notice a little bit of a color difference. I figured I'd spice things up a little bit tonight, make it feel a little bit more special, if you will, a little bit more marquee here tonight on a Thursday night. It's a subtle change, but I thought it looked really good. It turned out really well, and I hope you enjoy the change as well. Guys taking their qualifying laps right now. The points leader, Tyler Bentley, is in the house tonight again. Our last 2 short track events. Remember, he is our defending winner at a short track. He won both Martinsville and Bristol. We're back on a short track tonight for the 3rd time in 5 weeks, and we'll see if Tyler Bentley can get the job done. So far, not able to go to the top of the board, although he is still on his 2nd lap. Matt Hayden was fastest in practice. He's fastest in qualifying as well, with about 3 minutes to go. Bentley about to complete his 2nd lap as you'll see his time flash on the left side of the screen. He has completed that 2nd lap. He goes to 3rd on the speed charts. So Bentley will go 3rd. Dupree currently 5th. Those are the 2 men that will continue to battle here for our points lead. Tyler Bentley has opened it up to about a 65-point lead over Isaiah Dupree after he had a good week at Talladega Superspeedway last Thursday night. Isaiah Dupree obviously had a tough go at it. We saw him and documented his struggles in that event last week. Halfway through qualifying, Matt Hayden, he was blistering fast in practice, I can tell you that much. He is going to be a force to be reckoned with in this race, as is Chad French, as is one of the new drivers on the scene tonight, Nolan Hodgson, making his OP Throwback Series debut tonight in the 25. He's new on the scene. We have another new driver as well. He's laid down his qualifying lap, 11th quick on the board. That is Tobias Matheson. He will also be making his first start on Thursdays here tonight. Everybody else you are familiar with, you know them, and you love them. And we'll get to that field here in just a moment when we give you your starting grid. When these guys get onto the grid here in just a brief matter of moments. Glad to be with you. Speaking on the Thanksgiving holiday next Thursday night, we will be taking that night off. So there will be no racing next Thursday night. Enjoy the day with family, friends, and loved ones. Enjoy the holiday. as many of these guys will be doing next Thursday. So we'll be taking next Thursday night off. We'll be back the Thursday after that, the first Thursday in December, bringing you more throwback action. I believe that is going to be from Charlotte Motor Speedway. I'll double-check that a little bit later on in the night, but I believe we will have a Charlotte 300-mile race coming up after the Thanksgiving holiday. We have 3 off weeks remaining in the season, Thanksgiving, and 2 weeks for the Christmas holiday. Keep that in mind. 6 races over 9 weeks. We are going to get this season wound down. It's winding down pretty quickly, but I have certainly enjoyed the ride. I hope you all have too. And we've got another exciting installment on tap for you here tonight from Richmond. 200 laps, 7 tire sets available for these drivers here tonight. A fuel run will be close to about 40 laps, I think similar to what we saw at Bristol. Maybe shorter than what we saw at Bristol or Martinsville, those being half-mile racetracks. We'll probably be down closer to 30 or 35, maybe 40 laps here at the Richmond Raceway. So several pit stops going to be needed. We'll see if we get into a long enough green flag run to utilize those pit stops. Last few seconds of qualifying are on the racetrack now. And then we will get these guys on the grid and get these guys rolling. It's going to be a fun night. And I'm glad you are joining me here from the Richmond Raceway. Looks like Matt Hayden is going to take the pole. Nobody else going to run a qualifying lap here tonight. It is 20 cars even on the grid here tonight for round 11 of the Throwback Series from Richmond Raceway. 200 laps on tap, and with that being said, we wait for the field to get on the racetrack here. And we'll get right into your starting grid here from the OP Throwback Series at Richmond Raceway. On the pole, we already documented a time of 22.195, the 6 of Matt Hayden. To his outside, it is the 51 of Travis Elliott, about 8 1/1000ths off of that time. Good lap by the driver of the 51. There's your points leader in third, Tyler Bentley. And Chad French, Grease Lightning in the 93, lines up to his outside on the outside of row number 2. Great effort out of Nolan Hodgson tonight in qualifying. He'll roll from 5th position. Isaiah Dupree, the man chasing Tyler Bentley, will roll from 6th. Row 4 will be Hunter Carlson in the 2, and Brent Elmore in the 31. Rounding out the top 10 going to be Adam Green in the 777, and Cody Eldred in the 4. Going back further, Brian Elmore rolls from 11th tonight. The other new entry in the field, Tobias Matheson, rolls from the 12th position. Vicente Guerrero, one of our drivers on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, he'll roll from 13th in the 14 machine. And Alex Green, the big boss man, will roll from 14th, our defending winner from last week at Talladega. Anthony English, the first car to not record a qualifying lap. You heard him say he'd be back for Richmond. Well, he held up his promise. He is in the field tonight, and he'll roll from 15th. And Adam Thompson rolls from the 16th position. Row 9 will be Mark Vega and Eric Kostiolik. And rounding out the field tonight on row number 10, Bo Benham and Craig Kales. 20 cars have made the field, and they are ready to get it underway as we are going to start rolling off the grid. It should be 2 pace laps here at Richmond, with it being a short track. We will see if that is the case as we roll around this speedway. We'll give you a nice wide angle, try to find you a nice wide angle anyway, of this field as they get ready to put us under the green flag for the first time at Richmond Raceway. Glad you're joining me from wherever you're joining me on this beautiful Thursday night. As always, use up that chat feature. Let me know who you're rooting for. Let these drivers hear it. Cheer loudly tonight as we get ready to go green from the Richmond Raceway. Field working their way around this 3/4 mile short track behind the pace car, getting the tires warmed up. 7 sets available. Plenty of sets to have extras for late race cautions. Should not be an issue. We'll do an extra parade lap with this being a short track. Matt Hayden, the AAA colors aboard that Ford Fusion tonight. We'll see what he can do to set the tone. Tyler Bentley, obviously in place for another good run on the inside of the second row. And there you see Nolan Hodgson, the throwback 25 machine on that race car tonight. Shades of Brian Vickers. So we'll see what he's got underneath the hood of that 25 Chevrolet. And so here we go. Into turn number 3, the pace car will make the first left turn to pit road. 200 laps on tap from Richmond. Glad you're joining me on a Thursday night. It's time to get them underway once again. Throwback Racing is back on a Thursday night. Matt Hayden into the restart zone for the first time. Green flag is out. We are racing from Richmond. Field gets woed up into turns number 1 and 2. Matt Hayden out to the early lead. Travis Elliott right to his back bumper. Drops in line. Tyler Bentley going to settle for third. Hodgson already making up some ground. He's digging hard. He's to fourth. Let's see what he can do. We'll wait and see who comes through the field. For now, Matt Hayden leads lap number 1 from Richmond. Travis Elliott, Tyler Bentley, Nolan Hodgson, Chad French trying to settle in, as is Isaiah Dupree. Tell you one man who is not trying to settle in, that is Adam Thompson. Matt Hayden up the racetrack in turns 1 and 2. Missed his entry, and by goes Travis Elliott. By goes Tyler Bentley in the 55. Hayden still stuck up on the top, trying not to lose too many spots. He'll lose second to Bentley and settle in third. So Matt Hayden, an early miscue, an early mistake out of the driver of the 6. He loses the lead, and he'll have to settle in where he's at. As I was saying, the man on the move right now is Adam Thompson. The 52 has gained 5 spots just in the first 3 laps of this event. The Ruger DeWalt colors aboard the 52 here tonight, as he looks to make his way through the field. Tobias Matheson, our other new driver in the field tonight, the DirecTV colors aboard that Chevrolet Monte Carlo, as he is up to 10th. Trying to go on the move as well. We'll see what he can get done here in the 20. He actually is in the 07. I thought it was a little bit different number, but I guess I read that wrong. He'll go to 9th. Look at, he is pulling through the field early here. Passes Brent Elmore. On by he goes. Adam Thompson going to follow right in line with him. Lap 5 on the board. Matheson is on the move. Back up front, it's still all Travis Elliott as he begins to set sail. Puts a few car lengths on the 55 of Bentley. The 6 of Hayden losing some time. Nolan Hodgson has settled nicely into 4th. Isaiah Dupree, by the way, is on the move. Off turn number 2, Travis Elliott continuing to lead. And if you hear me take a break tonight, it's going to be to fix some sound things, which I have been told is an issue. I think it's just that the volume is a little bit lower on these cars than the last thing that I was up here for, which would have been trucks. They're, for some reason, a little bit louder coming through here than these Gen 4 cars are. So, thanks to adept viewer Zach Fritch for telling me that the audio was low. Let me know if this is any better. As lap 7 is on the board now, lap 8. And I will continue to crank it. If it stays low, I will crank it as high as it'll get. But we are getting close to that level now. So, for now, actually, see if we get it a little bit higher. There we go. It should be a good level right there. Let me know how that sounds. I'll look back down in a couple of minutes, and we'll get a bit of an update on it. But this should be a little bit better at least. As the top 3 have put about 2 seconds on the rest of the field. They've been running nose to tail for much of the early stage of the race. Dupree, by the way, has passed Nolan Hodgson. He goes to 4th. Cody Eldred is on the move. He's 4 spots up. He's to 6th. And he's about to lose that spot to Chad French in the 93. Well, not for now. Actually, the 4 has got the top line working, and look at Tobias Matheson behind him. He tries to get 7th away. The middle line starting to work a little bit for these guys to make passes. This is not what I expected to see, but alas, these guys starting to make passes using that top line. Matheson's up 5 spots. Thompson's up 7. Eldred's up 4. They're on the move early here from Richmond. Down the backstretch, Tyler Bentley starting to put some pressure on the back bumper of our leader, Travis Elliott. Goes to the inside. Elliott slams the door. Pinches the 55 all the way down to the yellow line. The 55 down there anyway. Contact between the 2 leaders. Goodness. Bentley not playing any games here up front. Elliott throws the crossover back in underneath the 55. Who's got the better drive off? Give the advantage to Tyler Bentley, who takes the defensive line into turn number 3. New leader from Richmond. It's the defending short track winner, Tyler Bentley. No surprises here. He goes right to the lead on lap 13. Matt Hayden trying to just wait in the woodwork. He actually goes to the top, tries to counter those 2. Doesn't really work, trying to get some drive off and get second from Travis Elliott. Great racing up front The gap back to fourth starting to close a little bit. Dupree has closed it down to about 1.7 seconds as he starts to reel in the leaders. And this is a night for Isaiah Dupree where you really need to go up there and counter whatever Tyler Bentley does. The points lead's starting to get a little bit out of hand with only a few races to go. You need to go make something happen if you're Isaiah Dupree. Down the backstretch once again, Travis Elliott not going away. Trying to get back around the 55. We'll see if the 55 can settle into a rhythm here. Now he puts about a car length and a half on the 51. The battle will be for second. Matt Hayden all over the back bumper of the 51 now for that spot as Dupree continues to reel these guys in. Matheson is up to 6. The 07 is seriously on the move early in this race. He and Nolan Hodgson, the two Throwback Series rookies tonight, are on the move. They are 5th and 6th as they run on the racetrack right now, so good starts for those two. Adam Thompson off to a good start as well in the 52. He settles in nicely in 9th. He's actually, I think, about to look for 8th on Chad French. There you see the gap. It's really closing down to Dupree. Dupree is reeling these guys in. He's getting bigger in the mirror. As Bentley now has a challenge once again for Travis Elliott. Hayden has fallen back a little bit, and that allows these two up front to go mano-a-mano, and Travis Elliott to try to focus on getting the lead back here from Tyler Bentley. These two familiar with each other over the past several weeks. They've battled more than once across our last several races, Martinsville and Texas. As Elliott keeps it within a car length, right on the back bumper, putting serious pressure on the 55. You can't really use the bumper in these cars. You can do it lightly, but it has to be very precise. I don't know if Travis Elliott's going to be willing to go to that length here so far. It's awfully early. Lap 18 on the board. All clean and green so far. Bentley and Elliott continue to run nose to tail. Hayden has closed it back up. Elliott takes a look to the inside. Nobody home. Can he arc to center? Oh, he's awfully close to back bumper. Almost contact between those two cars. Bentley drives back away by about a half a car length. Now Matt Hayden is back in this battle in the 6. Dupree has closed to within a second and a half. He is coming. Bentley needs to start to think about driving away a little bit if he wants to avoid another battle with Isaiah Dupree, who continues to draw in these three leaders. Tobias Matheson has settled into 6 now. He's actually... Well, I thought he was coming to pit road. Not sure what happened there. Must have blinked for a moment, but he is back. Battle for the race lead. Elliott gets underneath the 55, but has to settle back in. Good stuff up front. Almost contact there on entry to turn number 1. Bentley and Elliott racing very close. Matt Hayden is right in the thick of this. Here comes Dupree. Hayden taps the wall. Elliott underneath. Big move to the bottom of the racetrack for the 51. Drives it through the center of the corner. Bentley gets the drive off, though. He rolled the center of the corner, backed up the entry, was able to drive right off, get the better arc. 51 will have to reset, have to try to figure out a move. Try to figure something out that works here. Hayden going to look for second in the meantime. For second, here comes Matt Hayden. Slides across the nose of the 51, crossover. Back to the bottom goes Travis Elliott. Great battle here for second. And don't look now, but Dupree has closed this one up. There he is, about 4 car lengths off the back of Travis Elliott. Isaiah Dupree has found his groove. 23 laps into this event here at Richmond. The other 2 cars that are behind the leaders are also starting to reel these leaders in. Nolan Hodgson and Tobias Matheson. Matheson starting to reel in Hodgson actually for 5th. That may be a battle before they ever get to the leaders. Adam Thompson has started to lose some ground. He was all the way up to 9th position. Now he's dropped to 11th position. Must have used up his stuff early on in this one. Tyler Bentley continuing to lead. There is Isaiah Dupree. He has almost caught the 51 of Travis Elliott. That will be for 3rd. As Tyler Bentley starts to set sail. And we are 25 up, 25 down here from Richmond Raceway. He really has started to open up a bit of a gap. But now Matt Hayden, now that he's got some clean track between himself and the leader, can really start to focus on good lap times and try to run down the 55. We'll check on the battle for 3rd as it is shaping up. Isaiah Dupree has caught Travis Elliott, and now we'll have to find a way around him. Elliott has been a tough customer. so far, just in the first 26 laps. Dupree within a car length now draws in to about a half a car length. He can see the back bumper here, the 51. Elliott, a little bit loose. And here comes Dupree, right at the back bumper. They make a move here. He's trying to set it up going into turn number 3. This is a good passing zone right here. You get enough of a run down the backstretch, off into this wide turns 3 and 4, and able to wide arc it off the corner and drive underneath the car in front of you. That's what Dupree is going to do. Battle for third, caution. Right as we got to that. I'm not sure who this one's going to involve. I actually have no idea. Oh, this is odd. The yellow flag is out. We have no indication of who is in this incident. Gotta imagine it happens up here in this kind of hornet's nest group. Let's see. Off turn number 2, we're watching Brian Elmore. There it is right there. Adam Green gets jacked up from behind by Anthony English. And is going to get hit by Eric Koscielek, a 3-car incident on the back straightaway. That's the cause of our first caution of the night. Got somebody getting up underneath the car in front of him. Happens very quickly here at these short tracks. And right there involves the 777 of Adam Green. We'll try to get one more look at it. Off turn 2, you see English is already in the gas. Adam Green's actually a little bit loose. You see his car step out. And English, not enough time to react to that. Gets in the back of the 777. And they go for a slide here on the back straightaway. Green gets hit pretty significantly there by Eric Koscielek. It did not look like the damage was that significant on either car, but now, watching it back, that was a tough hit for both cars right there. English gets away with just a spin. And gets it back going, and that is our first caution of the night here on lap number 30. One car stayed out. It is Cody Eldred, so he will inherit the lead here on lap 30. Matt Hayden, Travis Elliott, and the others on the lead. Lap all came to pit road. And so we will pace under our first caution of the night. Zach Fritsch, did you get any fuel run info? I did not. I'm basing it off of our fuel runs from Bristol and Martinsville, which were about 40 laps, if I remember correctly. Should be about a 4-stop race, and maybe a little bit less than that. I think we were getting pretty close to pit stops right there under green. I was figuring 35 or 40 laps, but I wasn't 100% sure. I was basing it off of our previous short tracks where we ran 40, 45 laps under green before you had to come to pit road. We also saw a lot of varying strategies in that race. So, based on what we've seen in the past, I'm going to say 40 laps or so would probably be your money number. We'll see if we get into a green flag run long enough that we can get an accurate fuel run. Cody Eldred hits pit road there with 1 to go on the restart. So he will cycle the back. Just wanted to lead a lap, get a point. And hands the lead back over to Matt Hayden, who beat Tyler Bentley off pit road. So did Travis Elliott. And they will now lead us back to the restart. Going into the restart zone. Green flag is back in the air from Richmond. And Hayden is up through the gears. And off he goes. He gets a nice jump over Travis Elliott. They both get a nice jump over Tyler Bentley, who now has a familiar foe on his back bumper. Isaiah Dupree in the 86. Once again, these two share the same piece of real estate on the racetrack. Our 1 and 2 drivers in points. Let's see if they will share a battle. Actually, Bentley's going to run down the 51 of Travis Elliott before Dupree can even get to him. Then Hodgson and Matheson, they have still settled in nicely to 5th and 6th. Adam Thompson is back inside the top 10. He is 8th in the 52. Vicente Guerrero has gained some spots. He's up to 9th. Mark Vega as well. He's up to 11th. Some guys are on the move. Matt Hayden has set sail. He's put almost a second on the field as he's got clean racetrack. He is driving away here from the rest of the pack. He is putting down some blistering lap times right now. His last lap was actually his best one of the race. And that one was even better. A 22.13 here for Matt Hayden. These are qualifying hot laps he's putting on the racetrack right now. He is a 1/10.5 faster than the rest of the field, 2/10 faster than most of the field. Tyler Bentley's lap that time by was a 22.37. That time it's a 3.4, so he's back on even pace with the 6. But still, the 6, the fastest car on the racetrack right now and pulling away. Now the gap starts to close up just a little, back inside of 1 second as he has backed the pace off just a little. Lap 37 goes on the board. You heard him have to burp it right there off turn number 4. He was getting loose. That time, about 200 slower than the cars behind him. In fact, Travis Elliott a whole 10th faster that time than the 6, so he will start to close this gap back up. And we'll see if we have a battle for the lead brewing here. Hayden back across the line. Lap 38 goes on the board. That time he runs a 22.51. Travis Elliott a 22.38. Elliott is faster. He is starting to reel in our leader little by little. As we wait for that to happen, we'll go back here. A battle for 5th is brewing between the two new drivers tonight, Nolan Hodgson and Tobias Matheson. That battle is simmered down just a little bit. Battle's going to be on for 2nd here briefly. I'm looking for other battles on the racetrack. There really aren't any right now. Everybody is singled out, settled in, and trying to get into a run here from Richmond. Tyler Bentley still trying everything he can to run down Travis Elliott. Matt Hayden, by the way, has started to extend the gap just a little bit once again. It's back up close to 1 second. Travis Elliott had cut it down to 0.8 of a second. That's as close as he got, and Hayden has started to open it up once again. Dupree runs 4th still. He has settled nicely into that position. Battle for 5th has really heated up now. Tobias Matheson, I think, has been one of the faster cars on the racetrack over the course of the entire race, but has had to settle in right where he's at in position number 6. We'll see. He is hounding the 25 of Nolan Hodgson right now for a spot in the top 5, and they are running almost identical lap times. We'll see if Matheson can get it done. He goes right back to the back bumper of the 25 again. Can he make the pass here in turn number 3? Going to resort to right a half a car length off the back bumper. Battle is on for 2nd. Travis Elliott has been reeled in by Tyler Bentley. It's a car length between the two. As lap 43 goes on the board, almost a quarter way through this event already. Bentley runs up on the white line. Now drives it down to the bottom of the racetrack, arcs the corner, and gets a really nice run. Peeks the nose to the inside. He looks for 2nd. Elliott blocks him down to the flat. Bentley is loose. Travis Elliott aggressive early in the going here. How much patience does Tyler Bentley have with the driver of the 51? Elliott has been fast all night long. Tyler Bentley, though, right now is the faster race car. And he'll have to reset, try to take another shot at it here. He'll drive away by a car length and a half. To the front stretch they go. Lap 45 on the board now. Almost 50 laps into this event already. Matt Hayden has been clicking off laps. He likes what he sees behind him. A 1.5 gap between himself and Travis Elliott for 2nd. As Bentley is starting to get reeled in here by Isaiah Dupree. Elliott now drives away. Just in the slightest. Battle continues to rage on here for 5th. Between Matheson and Hodgson. Matheson riding about a car length back. He's kind of bounced between on the back bumper and about a car length behind the 25. Just biding his time, waiting for a mistake, waiting for an opportunity to arise. Brent Elmore has settled into 7th position. Hunter Carlson right behind him in 8th. A little bit different look on his machine this week. Vicente Guerrero and Anthony English battle for 9th. This is a pretty good hornet's nest right here around Vicente Guerrero. English hounding him for 9th. Adam Thompson, Brian Elmore also right here in this one, as is Chad French. This is the closest battle on the racetrack as we run right now. These cars will continue to battle. Adam Thompson gets in the outside wall. English, something has gone wrong on the 44. He completely missed his entry there into turn number 3. So for now, this battle simmers down once again as well. Outside of that group, you have Mark Vega in 14th. He had a good run last week. Kosciolek in 15th. Greg Kales, Cody Eldred back here. Bo Benham, Alex Green, Adam Green round out the field. Tyler Bentley, meanwhile, is to the outside of the 51 of Travis Elliott. Can he make the pass? Not quite. Elliott drives it hard to the bottom of the racetrack. Dupree is there as well, right to the back bumper. Who does he choose to go with? He's going to hang between the 2 lanes and just wait for these 2 guys to figure out who will make the pass. Bentley on the middle line. Elliott trying to drive it off the bottom. Advantage, Tyler Bentley. 50 laps down, 150 yet to go here tonight. As Tyler Bentley goes back to 2nd. Now Elliott will be hounded for 3rd by Isaiah Dupree. Can they go 2 for 1 here in turns 3 and 4? Yes, they can. Dupree hard to the bottom of the racetrack. You know Elliott's going to try to pull that crossover move, drive it off the top. Not enough there. So Dupree forward to 3rd now, move Bentley to 2nd as he starts to try to run down Matt Hayden for the lead. Elliott will hound Dupree once again. This will be for 3rd, and those 2 rookies have caught these cars up front, Hodgson and Matheson. And now they will start to work on Travis Elliott. Good racing so far here from Richmond. These guys doing what they can to put on a show so far. The gap from Matt Hayden to Tyler Bentley, by the way, started to close up. We are about to hit lap traffic for the first time tonight. Lap 54 goes on the board. Adam Green, the first lap car that will have to be negotiated here for the leader, Matt Hayden. His lead continues to shrink. It's down inside of 1.8 seconds. Tyler Bentley has clean racetrack and has started to use that to his advantage. Hayden has caught the 777. Let's see how he negotiates this car. First lap machine of the night. Green goes way up to the top, gives the 6 plenty of room on the bottom. Matt Hayden goes by easily, no issue there. Next car he'll have to negotiate is Alex Green in the 3. Last week's winner from Talladega. And what ended up being a great race, a great finish. Saw Alex Green make a last lap pass for the victory. His first victory in OP in any series since 2020. What a moment it was last week. What a moment it would be for Matt Hayden tonight if he could get the job done. Get his first win of the Throwback Series season. He's been a fast car all year, but just has yet to find the luck, yet to find the opportunity to get the job done. Tonight could be the night for the driver of the 6. And trouble on the racetrack. Greg Kales, Adam Thompson have gone around here and brought out the second caution of the night here on lap 57. And this was back in that hornet's nest that we were talking about just a few moments ago that had Vicente Guerrero, Eric Kosciolek, Mark Vega. Here you see a battle between Guerrero and Thompson. Off into turn number 3. Thompson goes to brake for the corner. Looks like Kosciolek is braking as well behind him. Yeah, but the gap closes up awfully quick. The 7 gets to the back of the 52, sends them both for a slide. Mark Vega, does he get by this one? Not really. He makes some contact there with the 52. And then Greg Kales gets some help from behind from Cody Eldred, and he's going to end up involved in this as well. Watch the 7 here going into turn number 3. You can see how much this gap is closing. The 7's on the brakes, but it's just not quite enough. Thompson going a lot slower than he anticipated. 7 car gets in the back of him. They both go for a spin here in turns 3 and 4. Mark Vega almost had the C's part, gets a little bit of contact there. And then there you see Kales get spun by the 4 of Cody Eldred. He slides up the racetrack. I don't think he hits anything, though. And Bo Benham escapes from that one as well. Let's get one more look at this. Let's go on board with Bo Benham. Sees the wreck happening up in front of him and somehow squeaks by the Cody Eldred machine and gets through this one unscathed. Matt Hayden continuing to lead. Lap 60 is on the board here at Richmond. Good racing up front so far. I will tell you, off the pit stop, we've changed around the order quite a bit. Tyler Bentley has brought it to pit road either a second time, I believe a second time here under this caution. Unsure the issue on the Tyler Bentley machine, but now he rolls and he is 15th. So an unknown issue on the Tyler Bentley machine. Isaiah Dupree now with an opportunity, 140 laps to go, and he finds himself second with Bentley running back in the 15th position. Nolan Hodgson has climbed to 4th here. Matheson 6th. Cody Eldred is up to 5th after this round of pit stops. So the field has shuffled around quite a bit here on lap number 61. If you're just joining us, OP Racing Throwback Series round 11 from Richmond Raceway. 6 races to go, counting tonight in the inaugural season of this series. We'll get to the upcoming schedule a little bit later on in the night. As this is last week before we take a 1-week break for the Thanksgiving holiday. What a week it's going to be over the next 7 days. Obviously, we have this race tonight. We've got the OP Super Speedway Series Championship race on Saturday night for the Butt Kicker Truck Series. The NSRA Sunday Select Series starts its postseason on Sunday night over on the Ghost Racing Network. Right after, we have the Ryan Sadusky Gobble Gobble 500 on Sunday afternoon here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So a double feature on Sunday, championship racing on Saturday. Championship racing again on Monday as the OP Racing Premier Series wraps up OP Super Speedway's championship week. So an exciting few days coming up over the next several days in league and money racing. You don't want to miss a thing. About to go back green. Lap 63 will go on the board. 138 laps remain here from Richmond. It'll be Matt Hayden into the restart zone. He has control of the start. Green flag, we're back underway. And Isaiah Dupree gets a heck of a restart here. He's going to stick right with the back of the 6. He knows what's on the line. Now that Tyler Bentley has switched up his strategy a little bit, he knows what he's got to go do. He's got to go get the lead, and he's got to drive away. We'll keep it here for a moment. Hayden, hounded by Isaiah Dupree. Travis Elliott, by the way, is back up to 3rd. Matt Hayden trying to run away. Dupree not letting him do it. Nolan Hodgson, by the way, has settled into 4th. Tobias Matheson has settled into 5th. Good runs for those drivers early on. Trouble. And another caution flag going to come out, our 3rd one of the night, right after we went back green. This one's going to involve Tyler Bentley. Oh, boy. Doesn't look to be much damage on the 55, so maybe not a major incident here, but it certainly involves that car. I believe it's going to start up here with Anthony English. Oh, man, he's already way loose. On the exit of turn number 2, he slides. He tried to drive out of it. It's going to slide. I think when he lets out of the brake, it's going to roll back up. Yep, you can see him rolling back up as he gets in the gas trying to save it. He clips Kosciolek. Tyler Bentley gets hit from behind by Adam Green. Hunter Carlson gets involved. Mark Vega scrambles. Adam Green is involved. Greg Kales somehow misses this one. But it involves the points leader, Tyler Bentley, as soon as he went to the back after that pit stop. This is a tough break for that driver. English getting loose on the exit of turn number 2. we'll go back and see what happens to Tyler Bentley. I think he gets some help from behind in the checkup after this incident. You're watching the 55. He's running behind Mark Vega. He sees the wreck happening in front of him. Goes to slow down, and Adam Green's going to get the back of him, lift him up off the ground, and get him turned sideways. Tough break for Tyler Bentley. Take a couple onboard looks at this one really quickly because I really would like to see a couple of the onboard looks here from this one. We're going to go first on Mark Vega's car. He sees the wreck happen, and scrambles to his left and somehow misses the incident. And then I want to go to Greg Cale's machine as well. He's a little bit further back. There goes English. He's spinning. Then you see the 55 and the 777. You just kind of have to split the gap, and somehow the C's part for him, and he makes his way on through unscathed. So a quick caution here, a quick turnaround on lap 68 of 200. As Matt Hayden continues to lead the race, he'll have to get another good restart in order to keep himself in front of Isaiah Dupree, a hungry Isaiah Dupree. Now he knows that the 55 is involved in that incident. He knows what he has to do. He knows now this is an opportunity for him to go get some points, go get a chunk of that points gap back, and try to keep tabs on the 55 of Tyler Bentley. We'll go through our upcoming schedule here while we're under a caution on lap 68. We do have the off week for the Thanksgiving holiday next week. Again, want everyone to enjoy that holiday with their family and friends, as many of these drivers, all of these drivers, will be doing. After that, on November the 30th, we are back once again from the Auto Club Speedway, a 2-mile oval for 125 laps. Then we have the Coke 300 from Charlotte, a 200-lap event there. Then we go to Dover, and that leads into our holiday break before we wrap up the season at Sonoma and Pocono. A very diverse schedule left to go. Stick with us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We will have all the action for you over the next 8 weeks of racing as we wind this season to a close. Lap 70 will go on the board. 131 laps remaining here from the Richmond Raceway. Matt Hayden continuing to lead the field. Adam Green a lap down to his inside. Green flag, we're back underway. Matt Hayden a nice jump off into turn number 1. Travis Elliott hounding the 86 of Dupree, but he will immediately close up the gap between himself and the 6 of Matt Hayden. Here is Isaiah Dupree. For the first time tonight, he's got to look at the lead. Battle for 4th between Nolan Hodgson and Tobias Matheson. Who will get the better of the other there? Dupree falls back into the clutches of Travis Elliott for 2nd. Matheson is forward to 4th now in the 07. The 07's on the move once again. Now for 2nd. Here comes Travis Elliott underneath Isaiah Dupree, but Dupree drives hard off the top, able to defend the position and keep it. There goes Tobias Matheson. He has passed the 25. Now can set his sights for the first time on our race leaders. He's got to try to negotiate this lap car of Adam Green, though. He will, looks like, going into 1. He'll be able to arc that corner a little bit better. And now start to chip away at this gap between himself and the race leaders. Brent Elmore is up to 6th. This is a battle for 6th between him and Chad French. Chad French goes on by. He's up to position number 6. There's Cody Eldred. He'll try to go to position number 7 in a moment. Bo Benham on the move. He's around Brian Elmore. That's for 9th. Mark Vega on by. That's for 10th. And Tyler Bentley runs all the way back here in 16th. Some work to be done here for the 55. Up front, Matt Hayden continues to lead by about 0.7 of a second here over Isaiah Dupree, who continues to try to fight off the advances of Travis Elliott. Off into turn number 3, the 6 continues to lead. He's taking a bunch of laps led here in this race. Fastest in practice. One of the faster drivers in qualifying as well. And looking to cap off the week with his first victory in the Throwback Series. Dupree wants to make sure that doesn't happen, but he cannot close up the gap any further than it already is. 125 laps to go here from Richmond. Hayden continues to take laps off the board as we inch closer to halfway home here in this event. Down the backstretch, headed towards turn number 3. Matt Hayden continues to lead the way. Running very good lap times right now again as well. Early run. For sure, the 6 is the best car on the racetrack right now in a short run. Update on Tyler Bentley. He's up to 14th now with this pass on Alex Green. He'll be 13th after this pass on Hunter Carlson. But he is struggling to make his way back through the field, and he is losing time. He's 8 seconds behind the leader. Tobias Matheson has started to close the gap on Travis Elliott, the 07, showing serious speed here in this one as he tries to approach the top 3. For now, Hayden, Dupree, Elliott continue to run top 3 on the racetrack. No real battles so far, at least none that I am seeing. Best battle on the racetrack is going to be for 3rd when Matheson inevitably catches the 51 of Travis Elliott. Gap has widened about 9/10 of a second. As Matt Hayden continuing to lead here. Now it's back down to about 7.5 tenths. Dupree keeping tabs, but not able to really run down the 6. Battle still for the 3rd position between Elliott and Matheson. It just hasn't really heated up quite yet. Tyler Bentley is up to 13th. Now is looking to take 12th from Cody Eldred. So he's making quick work, but he's losing time to the leader. He's now 9.5 seconds back. He's going to have to probably have a caution to get all the way back in this one. I don't even think pit stops are going to save him unless he can start to make up the time that he is losing to the race leader. For now, tough sledding. He's up to 12th. Tough sledding ahead for the driver of the 55. Matt Hayden continues to lead. Battle continuing to heat up for 3rd, but that's about the only battle on the racetrack as we run right now. The battle will be for 11th. Tyler Bentley to the bottom of the racetrack around the 311 of Greg Kales. We're going to continue to track the progress of the 55 as he tries to come back through the field and make his way back forward. Gap about the same. Almost 85 laps into this one. Laps flying by even with the 3 cautions that we have had to this point. And speaking of cautions, we got another one here on lap 85, yellow flag. This one involves a few more cars towards the back of the field. Hunter Carlson, Alex Green, Eric Kostyolik appear to be involved. They're all running right here around each other. They're all around Anthony English. You see Carlson got a low entry and a lot of netcode right there. Looked like to me. Ton of netcode there between those 2 cars. That's at least my perspective of the incident. Kostyolik gets into the outside wall. Trying to get another look. Trying to get a definitive look on whether or not this is netcode. I think it is. Let's see here. 2 sliding up, sliding up, sliding up. Oh, no, there is contact there between the 3 and the 2. It's just one of those weird angles in this car that you often see where you can just lift the guy off the ground. Any contact on that rear end is going to lift the tires off the ground. Kostyolik, an innocent bystander, is going to go up into the outside wall. I think Carlson may hit him once again. Yeah, he does right there. Caution flag number 4 on the speedway. As we await who is going to cycle out first off of pit road. It appears to me it's going to be Brent Elmore in the 31 for the first time tonight. A gamble here on pit road has paid off with a trip to the lead for the driver of the 31. Matt Hayden, Isaiah Dupree, Travis Elliott, Tobias Matheson all cycle out inside the top 5. Tyler Bentley, notably, is back to 15th. So all that ground he made up on the last run, all for naught. He drops right back to where he was. Closing in on halfway home. Glad you're watching here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Glad to have you joining me here tonight. And again, as I said earlier on in the evening, I hope to have you with me on Sunday afternoon. We'll be live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network at 1:45 p.m. Eastern. The stream will go live 5 or 10 minutes before that, closer to 1:30 Eastern. So be ready for that. We will be going live from Talladega at 1:45 for an extended pre-race show as we get ready for the running of the Ryan Sadusky Gobble Gobble 500. The Craftsman Trucks at Talladega. Will be a great event. We cannot wait to get that one on the racetrack. I cannot wait to bring that action to you, give you a unique experience, as it will be a unique experience for myself as well. And that is going to be a very, very fun event, a fun day, a double feature between that race and the NSR 8 playoff opener, the trucks at the Daytona International Speedway, for 80 laps of action that night on the Ghost Racing Network as the round of 16 begins and the postseason gets underway. Exciting stuff coming up over the next few days. Hope to have you with us here on Sunday afternoon. For now, we got 111 laps to go in this one, as Brent Elmore has gained the point here for the first time tonight. He's got Matt Hayden lined up right on his back bumper. As into the restart zone they come. Green flag is back in the air, and we are back racing on lap number 90. Elmore up through the gears, trying to drive away from the 6 of Matt Hayden. Adam Green slides up, contact with Dupree. Somehow they all keep it straight. Wow, that was a big moment there. Trouble, around goes Anthony English. Still Green as English gets it rolling on the back straightaway, but he did go for a slide. It does not bring out the caution, and now all of a sudden, Brent Elmore has lost 3 spots, all while we were panned off. He loses the lead and drops all the way to 4th, and that allows Matt Hayden to drive right on back by. Tyler Bentley is 14th. Now he's 13th. He has to gain all that time back that he lost in that incident and on that cycle of pit stops. Battle is for second. Dupree and Elliott once again will duel. Dupree trying to hold on for dear life to that spot. He's got left side damage now in the 86, but no harm, no foul. He kept it going and kept that car pointed in the right direction. Bo Benham is up 12 spots tonight. He is in 7th as they run right now. A solid run for the Daytona winner. As we approach halfway, 94 laps are on the board. Matt Hayden has led many of those 94 laps. Continues to run very fast laps. I can tell you Isaiah Dupree is a little bit faster right now in terms of lap times. Tobias Matheson is fast as well. Fastest car on the track last time by, though, you may ask? Tyler Bentley. Problem is he is 13th, and he's going to lose time in traffic. These guys up here don't really have to worry about that until they get into lap traffic here in probably 10 to 15 laps. Through turns 3 and 4, Hayden Dupree continue to duel for the lead. Travis Elliott has dropped out of this battle just a little bit. Chad French has pulled forward to 4th. Brent Elmore is all the way back to 8th now. The battle for 4th will be Chad French and Nolan Hodgson here in a moment. The battle has begun to heat up for the lead, though. We'll go back up front. Hayden and Dupree separate them by 2.5, maybe 3 car lengths here off turn number 4. They have pulled away from Travis Elliott, so once again, one-on-one here for the race lead up front. Hayden is fast, but Dupree is faster right now as they run on the racetrack. Dupree, the fastest car on the track last time around. Now Hayden pulls back ahead just a little bit. 98 laps on the board. Through turns 1 and 2, Matt Hayden and Isaiah Dupree continue to battle it out for the race lead. Tyler Bentley is up to 11th once again. Trying to make up some more spots and get in a better spot. Should this race go to another caution, or should this race go into a long green flag run? Bentley to 9th now. He makes 2 passes there. We'll take a look at the driver of the 55 as he is weaving through traffic right now, trying to make it work the inside of Brian Elmore. That'll be for 8th. He gets the spot down the backstretch and will try to set sail here on entry. And on by he goes. So put the 55 up into 8th, but the problem is he's already lost 7 seconds to the race leaders. And caution flag right as we got back to the leaders right at halfway. And this one is going to involve Brent Elmore. He's running side by side with Greg Kales. Kales slides up the racetrack off turn number 4. It's going to make contact with the 31. And they both go sideways into the outside wall. A big hit there for both cars. As Kales slides backwards here and actually rolls back up in front of the 31. So a tough break there for both cars. I think they just go for the same piece of real estate they do. They come together. And big hit. Man, the rear tires, the 311 up off the ground. The 31, big front end damage. As they both go for a spin. Bring out yet another caution here at right at halfway home from Richmond. Another round of pit stops under this caution. And a split strategy up front. Tyler Bentley, Isaiah Dupree, Cody Eldred, Bo Benham, Anthony English, Brent and Brian Elmore, Mark Vega, Eric Kosciulik, and Greg Kales all hit pit road. The cars that stay out: Matt Hayden, Travis Elliott, Nolan Hodgson, Chad French, Tobias Matheson, Hunter Carlson, and Alex Green. 7 cars choosing to stay on the racetrack. Inside of halfway home, I believe we're down to a 2-stop race under green if it gets to that point. We'll see if we get into a long enough green flag run to do so here. So Matt Hayden, the dominant car of the evening, choosing to stay out in front of Travis Elliott. No real reason to panic and pit here under this caution if you're the 6. You've been pretty much running the fastest laps on the racetrack all night, so no reason to change anything now. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And so Hayden will lead the field to another green flag here in a couple of laps' time. We are inside halfway. Over 100 laps are on the board. 96 to go next time by at the start-finish line. We'll go back green with an even 95 laps to go. It should still be 2 pit stops. Might be closing in on the number to get there in 1. And So the storyline on this restart will be how quickly can Isaiah Dupree, Tyler Bentley, and those cars that came to pit road get back to the front of the field. Want to go this time by 96 laps to go. It'll be 95 to go under the next green flag. Pretty good racing so far. It's our 5th caution of the night. Not nearly as many as Martinsville a couple of weeks ago. That race had upwards of 20 cautions. I believe we had 23. This race on a pretty good pace so far, only 5 through the first 105 laps. Much better pace tonight so far. Matt Hayden continues to lead the field, and he will have control of this next restart. And once again, Travis Elliott will be able to take a shot at him. Hasn't worked so far, but what does he do differently? What does he change on this next run? Green flag is back in the air. We are back racing again from Richmond. Matt Hayden off towards turn number 1. Adam Green goes through the grass. Not sure what's going on with the 777. He comes back up. It was a very odd situation. Anthony English again almost spins it in the same spot off turn number 2. But keeps it going. Matt Hayden continuing to lead. He drives away a little bit from Travis Elliott. The battle is for the 4th spot. Tobias Matheson around Chad French as he tries to come forward once again. Some notable rear end damage on that 07 machine. As French will try to drive back around the 07. Nothing doing there so far. Off into turn number 1, this battle will continue to rage on as Isaiah Dupree waits for an opportunity. He runs in 7th right now, the first car to come to pit road out of this group. I guess the outside of the 2 of Hunter Carlson. Not sure if that will work. And the gap up front is starting to close up once again. Travis Elliott trying to take another shot at our leader, Matt Hayden. Down the backstretch, Travis Elliott continuing to come forward. Close it to a car length. Off turn number 4. Travis Elliott hounding the leader, Matt Hayden now. 91 laps to go from Richmond. Nolan Hodgson has settled nicely into the 3rd position. And at this point, just awaiting a mistake by one of the leaders. The problem for the driver of the 25 is that, and really for the driver of the 51 also, is that Matt Hayden, other than the one mistake at the beginning of the race, where he missed his entry into turn number 1, other than that, he has yet to make a mistake here so far tonight. A near perfect execution so far from the driver of the 6. Short run, long run, pit stops, everything so far so good. Off of turn number 4, Elliott he tries to get close to the 6, and then the 6 will spread it back out. Notably, Tyler Bentley is up to 7th and has caught Isaiah Dupree. This is notable. Dupree will try to fight him for that spot, but I just don't think he'll be able to do very much, and he will not. On goes Bentley to 6th. Dupree not able to run the crossover. Tries one more time to the bottom. Cannot get there. Tyler Bentley on a bit of a warpath here. Matt Hayden going to have to start to drive away pretty soon. 3.5 seconds back to Tyler Bentley from where the 6 is right now. We've got a battle for 2nd brewing here between Travis Elliott and Nolan Hodgson. Tobias Matheson now being hounded by several cars here for the 4th position. namely Chad French, Tyler Bentley, and Isaiah Dupree, all on his back bumper here. Bentley to the inside for 5th on Chad French. He will get that spot pretty easily. Now he'll go to work on Tobias Matheson. May make pretty quick work of this car, too. Tyler Bentley is on the move so far. He goes right on by. Tyler Bentley is flying here so far at Richmond. He was 15th. 2 caution, go trouble. Cody Eldred. Around goes the 4, and caution flag again will come out here on lap 118. He was running back here on Anthony English, Adam Green, and Mark Vega. And as he goes in the corner, clears across the nose of the 8. The 8 car unable to get it stopped. Eldred goes for a slide. Locks it down. And gets away relatively unscathed. I look at it, yeah. He probably thought he was clear, probably got a clear call. Anthony English, by the way, is up into the outside wall in this. Probably got a clear call. He was not quite clear. Mark Vega, obviously not lifting out of that spot. Gets into the side of the 4 and sends him for a spin. We'll go on board with Mark Vega. There you have it. Eldred wanted a piece of real estate that he was not going to be able to have right there. Under caution again on lap 120. 80 laps to go here from the Richmond Raceway. Closing in on the end of this event. And notably on this restart, Tyler Bentley has opted to stay on the racetrack. So a new leader here at Richmond, Tyler Bentley. He stays out and inherits the race lead. And so his charge back to the front complete, but how much will these tires affect the 55 and how much advantage will they give the cars behind him? A new second place driver as Anthony English has rolled the dice on this pit stop. Believe he gambled and took 2 tires. And so he will cycle in behind the 55. That drops Matt Hayden to 3rd. Travis Elliott 4th, Nolan Hodgson to 5th. Isaiah Dupree is 6th now. Chad French 7th, Hunter Carlson 8th. Bo Benham 9th, and Brian Elmore is 10th. So Bentley's charge to the front complete. At least for now. Actually, Matt Hayden will line up 2nd here, not 3rd. This should be a pretty fun battle between 2 fast cars. Matt Hayden been the fastest car all night, but Tyler Bentley, we know how good he is when he gets in clean air and on clean racetrack, so this should be a pretty good battle here once we get back under the green flag. It'll be 77 laps to go when we get back to the green flag. Now definitively a 1 pit stop race if it goes green all the way out. We'll see how it goes. So Tyler Bentley looking to extend his points lead once again in what has been a truly dominant, unstoppable season from the driver of the 55. He has taken this series by storm and won on all different types of racetracks, intermediates, short tracks, everything in between. He has won there and now looks tonight to get, I believe, his 7th win of the season. It might be his 8th win of the season at this point. And he'll look to complete the job here tonight. He's got 77 laps left to do it. Down the back straightaway. Here we go once again from Richmond. 77 laps to go. Hope you've enjoyed up to this point, but it's only going to get better from here. Crunch time, getting close to the Richmond Raceway. As we get ready to put him back into the green flag. Tyler Bentley, the points leader, has inherited the lead on pit stops here late in the going. Green flag, and up through the gears they go, and away goes Tyler Bentley. He sets sail, tries to get the field spread out, drives away by 0.6 of a second going into turn number 1. Matt Hayden will cycle to second, drops in front of Adam Green. Anthony English going to try to hold on here up front. He's 4th right now. Travis Elliott cycles forward to 3rd. And we'll see what English can do on 2 tires here on this restart. Hayden has already closed the gap back to about 2.5 car lengths. He has run down the 55, and now the battle is on. Who's got the faster race car? Down to 1 car length, down to half a car length. Matt Hayden, a real test here for the leader of the race, the 55 of Tyler Bentley. Hayden, deep into turns 3 and 4, rings it around the bottom. Up off the bottom he goes. Can he get to the quarter panel in turn number 1? Yes, he can. For the lead, here comes Matt Hayden in the 6. The dominant car of the night. Can he clear the 55 off turn number 2? Not quite. Bentley drives back to the outside. Side by side. Car on the wall for the back. It's Adam Green. Not going to matter for now. Battle continues for the lead up front. Hayden pokes a nose out front. Drives it hard off the corner and gets the lead from Tyler Bentley. Strong pass there. A flex of muscle by the 6. He continues to be one of the fastest cars on the racetrack. Actually, fastest of the 3 right now is Travis Elliott in the 51. We'll see what he's got for these leaders here on this run. 73 laps to go this time by from Richmond. English has been able to hold on to maintain the 5th position. Now he actually loses that to Chad French. Battle for 2nd is going to rage on here between Travis Elliott and Tyler Bentley. Elliott at the bottom. The new tires here working so far for those guys that came down pit road. Not so much for the old tires of Tyler Bentley. Elliott drives at the bottom, side by side, for the 2nd position. Bentley not going to give this one up easily. Elliott keeps the nose inside the 55, tries to drive it back to the bottom, tries to arc it up off the corner, but Bentley so good on corner exit. 51 stays on his quarter panel for now. Can he drive it in deep enough to stay in the inside of the 55? Yes, he can. 51 side by side, and that brings Nolan Hodgson into this battle. Down the backstretch, Elliott now dead even. A drag race down the backstretch off into turn number 3. The 51 pokes the nose out front. Here comes Bentley back to the outside. Great racing here for 2nd, excuse me. Elliott makes the pass, but Bentley drives it hard in on the outside, pinches him right down to the yellow. Doesn't work for him. Elliott to 2nd. Here comes Hodgson for 3rd if he can get past Bentley here. It drops Bentley to 4th. Hodgson to the inside, sliding up just a little. Bentley has to back out of the throttle, and on goes the 25 of Hodgson. Tyler Bentley is losing spots right here. Now Chad French sets his sights on the 55. Then it would be Isaiah Dupree. Inside of 70 laps to go. Keep it back here around the 4th position. Chad French has started to reel in Tyler Bentley now. But Dupree actually going to drive to the outside of the 93. So Chad French unable to make the first move because Dupree has that middle line working. Dupree pinches to 93 down to the bottom of the racetrack. Dupree up around the outside in the 86. Now he sees Tyler Bentley in front of him. He knows he has to go. He has to pounce while he's got an opportunity. Around the outside, and he gets 5th. Now he'll set his sights on the 55 of Tyler Bentley. Matt Hayden continues to drive away. He's put over a second and a half on the rest of the leaders. We'll keep it here on Bentley as Dupree tries to run him down. Actually, we'll go try to find some more battles on the racetrack. Pretty good battle here going for 7th. Now make it a battle for 8th between Brian Elmore and Tobias Matheson. Elmore drives away one more time. Battle here for 12th between Alex Green and Anthony English. English, that decision not paying off for the 44 so far, as he looks to lose another spot here to last week's winner. And he will do so right there. Matt Hayden continuing to lead. 64 laps to go here from Richmond. A pit stop still awaits these guys on this last run of the race if it continues to go green. We will see if it does so here. But Matt Hayden, he's in a pretty good spot if it does go green. He has had the best race of anybody on the racetrack so far. A strong showing out of the driver of the 6. He's been the fastest car on the track all week long, and now he looks to just cap it off by a trip to victory lane. Battle is raging here for second as Nolan Hodgson has caught Travis Elliott. He's going to peek a nose to the inside. A little bit too late to try to make a move there. He may try to arc it off the corner and get up underneath the 51. Pretty good passing zone here on the backstretch if he chooses to dive low. He does. Elliott throws the block. The 25 uses the bumper and slides on entry to 3. Saves it. But I'm sure he'll make a note of that one. Will the driver of the 25. Dupree to the outside of him. That'll be for third. Hodgson, I can't imagine going to be too happy with the driver of the 51, Travis Elliott, for a block there going into turn number 3. Now Dupree clears forward to third. So interesting situation here at Richmond. It looked like Hodgson was going to get second from Travis Elliott. Now he has to completely reset and just try to refocus and get back to work, try to get back up there. Battle rages on for 8th here between Tobias Matheson and Brian Elmore. Matheson in the top 10 all night long, trying to gain a couple of spots. Get back up closer to the top 5 where he has been running most of the night. See Eric Kosciolek coming off of pit road. We'll go back to the second spot because Travis Elliott has company. Isaiah Dupree has run down the 51 little by little here. And they have pulled away from Tyler Bentley. Tyler Bentley, man, this is not a good spot for the 55 to be in. That strategy call did not work out for our points leader here. Now, he does have enough of a cushion where he can afford to make these kinds of calls. Dupree continues to hound the 51 of Travis Elliott. That is for second. And Matt Hayden is just continuing to pull away. He's 2.5 seconds ahead. 56 laps remain for him. We know there's one more pit stop still to go. Now the answer, or the question becomes, when do you make that last stop? Do you go early? Do you run it out? If you go early, you're going to have more tire wear on the run, but then potentially you gain the most time on the flip side. That would be more for a guy like a Tyler Bentley to pit early, try to gain some time that he's lost back on the pit stop. Whereas Matt Hayden, I expect, would just run the tank out. He's been so fast the entire night that I imagine he'd keep it status quo and run the tank all the way out, get all the way to the end of the tire run, and then have fresh tires late. Battle rages on here for second. As Travis Elliott, Isaiah Dupree, Nolan Hodgson continue to battle it out and continue to drive away from Chad French and Tyler Bentley, who's lost another spot. He is now 6th. Dupree pokes the nose to the inside of Travis Elliott. How aggressive does Travis Elliott get this time around? After he threw a block on Nolan Hodgson as he tried to get second, Dupree is going to be going very quick here off turn number 4. What does he do? Does he try to drive to the bottom? Does he try to go to the top? He picks the ladder, goes to the outside. Actually slides it a little bit there on entry to 1, loses some time to the 51. Gap starting to close, down to 2 seconds between Matt Hayden and Travis Elliott. Maybe closing in on 4-car battle for the lead here pretty soon. Now remains a 3-car battle for second. This is a good battle for second. Dupree has been all over the 51 of Travis Elliott for about the past 10 laps. Now he gets an outlet, looks to the bottom. Does Elliott block him? No. Decides to allow the 86 to drive in on the bottom. And Dupree will now battle the 51 for second. Rides up a little bit, almost some contact. And on by goes Isaiah Dupree. That's for position number 2. Hodgson tries to go with the driver of the 86. That'll be for third. Can Elliott keep it rolling on the top? For now, he can. Dupree slides up in front of him. Hodgson continues to try to follow that car forward. Now tries to get that pass on Travis Elliott. Oh, boy. Getting awfully close together there off turn number 4 as Hodgson dives into the bottom. Low arc into the corner. Tries to diamond that corner. Drive it off. Travis Elliott hanging tough. Battle for third's a good one. Tyler Bentley has gotten back around Chad French. Contact! Elliott up the racetrack. More contact within 25 of the 51. Both guys writing in their mental notebooks right now. So Elliott has to reset. Tyler Bentley, by the way, as I was saying, has gotten back to fifth. He's gotten back around the 93 of Chad French. And so once again, he tries to run down the rest of our leaders. Inside of 50 to go here from Richmond. We are getting down to it. One pit stop still to come for the leaders. Can Matt Hayden get the job done and get a victory here on a Thursday night? He's 2 seconds in front of Isaiah Dupree right now, with a pit stop still looming. We'll see what these guys decide to do about that pit stop. He negotiates lap traffic up in front of the leaders here. We'll go up here and take a look at Matt Hayden as he negotiates the 31 of Brent Elmore. We'll start taking a look at lap times here this time by. See who's got the fastest car on the racetrack. That time by, Nolan Hodgson, the fastest guy on the racetrack at a 23.37. The new guy turning heads here in his first night, as is Tobias Matheson. They are 3rd and 7th on the racetrack as they run. Great debut for them tonight. That time by, it's a 5.3 for Hayden. And it's a 4.6, 23.46 for second and third. Hunter Carlson is fast as well. And pit stops beginning here with 44 laps to go. Anthony English, Tyler Bentley on pit road. Hayden, he has to stop behind the 311 of Greg Cales. This is going to hold him up and now start to allow Isaiah Dupree to close back in. Hodgson once again the fastest car on the racetrack. Matt Hayden has to negotiate this 311 car quickly. He is losing time, bleeding time, down to a 1.5 seconds. He has to get around him somehow now to go to the outside. Try to get the job done, but can't. Now he finally gets around him. He's bled a 0.5 seconds off his lead, but now he can start to set sail once again. He knows the 311 is going to cause the same trouble here for Isaiah Dupree as well. 42 laps to go from Richmond Raceway. Pit stops are underway. When does Matt Hayden decide to hit pit road? Same with Isaiah Dupree, Nolan Hodgson, Travis Elliott, and all the other lead lap cars that have yet to make their final pit stop. Fastest car on the track is still Nolan Hodgson. .40 laps to go here from Richmond for Matt Hayden. He still has one pit stop to make late in the going. As far as we know anyway, still one stop to make for the driver of the 6. And for everyone outside of Tyler Bentley, who has already made his final pit stop. Hayden continuing to lead by about 1.3 seconds. That's where it's kind of settled out between himself and Isaiah Dupree. Fastest car on track that time by Hunter Carlson in the 2, a 23.51. Battles on for second between Dupree and Hodgson. Nolan Hodgson, if he can get past Dupree, this may be a very interesting run to the end if Hodgson can pass the 86. We could potentially have a guy in his first start looking for his first victory. Dupree rides up the track. He's up on the white seam. That allows Hodgson to drive to the bottom. Side by side. Dupree into the outside wall, and on goes Nolan Hodgson. Dupree tries the crossover. Nothing doing. Hodgson now to second. Can he run down the race leader? Matt Hayden continuing to lead the race, but now a new challenger in his mirror, but now they both start to drive away. The 6 starts to drive away from both of them. A pit stop still to be made. And trouble here with 35 to go as Tobias Matheson and Tyler Bentley have crashed. And there is significant front end damage on the points leader. So, I've already seen the wreck happen. Tyler Bentley had already come to pit road. Actually, there's going to be an incident in front of them between Adam Green and Eric Kosciolik. Somehow this does not bring out a caution as they slide sideways. But then in the stack up following that incident, see Kosciolik come down off the wall. And then Bentley and Matheson are going to get together here. Actually, Kosciolik taps the 07, sends him sideways, and Bentley's just an innocent bystander. And is going to hammer the inside wall. That's a tough hit for Tyler Bentley. That's what brings out a caution here late in the going. I wanted to get back quickly because I want to see the battle off of pit road. Dupree off the jack, he goes. Hodgson second. I don't know who's third. It's between Dupree and Elliott, but not Nolan Hodgson is position number 2 here. So Matt Hayden maintains the lead off of pit road. Nobody stayed out. Everybody came to pit road. Looks like it's going to be Hayden, Hodgson, Elliott, Dupree, French. Remainder of the lead lap cars: Hunter Carlson, Cody Eldred, Bo Benham, Brian Elmore, and Tobias Matheson. So Nolan Hodgson is going to get his shot at Tyler Bentley. Or not, wow, where am I at? He's not going to get a shot at Tyler Bentley. I'm sorry, I was looking at him on the scoring to see if he is indeed laps down. And he is continuing to sit on pit road. So Tyler Bentley will continue to lose laps here. Hodgson will get a shot at Matt Hayden. Late run, he was running faster laps than the 6. Now in the short run, the 6 is the best car on the racetrack. But long run, I think the 25 has better speed. And now he's going to get a shot at him with what's going to be 30 laps to go. That's not a long run. You'll see tire wear on that 30-lap run, but it's not an incredibly long run to the finish. So the question now, can Nolan Hodgson make the pass and get the lead here off Matt Hayden? Hayden has done everything right all night long. And now he needs basically one good restart. He's had good restarts all night long. He needs one more potentially. It might be more than that, but for now, he just needs the one. So here we go. The stage is set. 30 laps to go. Matt Hayden needs probably one good restart here and to just set sail and hope that this race stays green. I think if it does, the 6 is in a good spot. Pace car makes the hard left turn. The field in the hands of Matt Hayden. Into the restart zone. Green flag. We're racing once again, and away goes the 6. He gets exactly what he was looking for. A good restart. Hodgson off into 1. Almost some trouble further back. He's got to hope this one stays green. We got cars in the wall. Everybody keeps it going for now. Caution flag is out once again. A quick one. This one's for Cody Eldred. He's running right around Tyler Bentley. Oh, man, Adam Green goes hard into the outside wall. Eldred trying to miss the spinning Adam Green car, and as soon as he overcorrects, he slides it sideways. And is going to get some help here from Bo Benham. And I think also gets some help here from Brian Elmore. And ends up coming to a stop, which is what brings out the caution. Man, it's not enough time to react. 4 goes around. Brian Elmore, just an innocent bystander in that one. Slams into the side of the 4. And puts us under another caution flag. The leaders opt to stay on the racetrack here under this another caution. Matt Hayden's going to have to do it all again. But the good thing for the driver of the 6 is that as the race gets later, the shorter the run gets, and the more advantageous the position is for the 6. He has by far been the best short run car on the racetrack and has easily been in the top 3 of the long run cars as well. So a short run here favors the 6. But more attempts at a restart. He just has to continue to nail the fundamentals here. When he gets on the loud pedal, don't spin the tires. Don't make a mistake. Don't miss your entry. Just hit your marks. But he has to do it all over again. This could start to drag a little bit for the driver of the 6. These laps are going to feel eternal for the driver who has not yet won a race this season. These laps start to feel longer and longer and longer the more you pace late in one of these races, especially when you're the race leader. Nolan Hodgson's going to get another shot at him here. Got a decent restart last time. He's going to have to step it up just a little bit here. Try to stay with the 6 and force him into a mistake. So it'll be 24 laps to go when we are back under the green flag. A short run to the end of this one. Hope you all have enjoyed. I know I have. These guys putting on a show once again, and we are set up for a good finish. The man to watch on this restart is going to be Isaiah Dupree. What an opportunity it is here for him. He has a chance to get a serious chunk of points back, especially if he can gain a few more spots, perhaps if he can drive all the way to the win. I don't know if he'll have the time or the car to do so. But what a boost it would be if he could gain that many points tonight. An opportunity he has not had much of here in this season, and that is to get a chunk back as Tyler Bentley has an off night. An unlucky night. So Dupree with an opportunity here. He's got to go make some ground here up on the restart. Matt Hayden. He has dominated this race. Probably led in excess of 80 laps, maybe even 90 at this point in the event. And he has a chance to get the job done. 24 to go. Up through the gears they go. Green flag again from Richmond Raceway. They spread out across this 3/4 mile oval. Elliott goes to work on Nolan Hodgson. Dupree trying to negotiate lap traffic. For now, Matt Hayden drives away. It's about 4.5 tenths off turn number 2. Make it 4 car lengths. Hodgson sets sail. Can he catch the driver of the 6? Off turn number 4, Hayden starts to put some daylight between himself and the 25. They are all driving these race cars hard. Everybody's loose off turn number 4. Hayden is going to hot lap these first about 5 or 6 laps of a run. Then he'll settle into a rhythm. Hodgson able to keep it within 6 tenths, but that's about as close as he can remain. Matt Hayden. What kind of laps is he going to run on this run? 22.24 for the race leader. Fastest of the top 4. And he continues now to, and we got a caution flag on the racetrack again. Good grief. That's what Matt Hayden's saying right now. That was the best restart I think he's gotten all night. This one happens back towards the tail end of the field. And Adam Green and Eric Kosciolek again come together. Feels like this is about the 4th time these two drivers have come together. Brian Elmore gets in the side of the 777. And around we go. Cody Eldred, and he can't miss this one. Brian Elmore involved as well. Take one more look at it. Just that slightest bit of contact gets the rear tires of the 7 up off the racetrack. The 777 gets in the back of him and then spins himself. Tyler Bentley narrowly misses this one. Brian Elmore not as lucky. Cody Eldred going to get involved as well. That's what puts us under our 9th caution of the night. 20 laps to go here from Richmond. It is crunch time now. And if you're Matt Hayden, the frustration is building, I would imagine, for the driver of the 6. Frustration, nerves, anticipation, everything just continues to build the more times he sees the yellow lights come on. It just means you have to just hit your marks again. It also means you got a hot lap again once you go back green. You really have to pick up the pace. Dig harder. Make it happen. He will lead once again on another restart inside of 20 laps to go. I think it's going to be 16 to go when we go back green. Really into crunch time now. And now it's a good time to note, no green-white checkers tonight. The 2001 rules package is in effect. That's why you've seen single-file restarts. That's why you've seen the lap-down cars come to the bottom of the racetrack. No double-file restarts, no green-white checkers. So a caution inside of 5 laps to go ends tonight's race. Anything inside, really, I think 6 to go might end tonight's race, there being a short track. So I think anything basically inside the last 6 or 7 laps of the race is effectively going to end the night. So Matt Hayden is hoping for one of 2 things. He's hoping A, it just goes green all the way to the end, he can just race it out, or B, that we get a caution inside the last 7 or so laps and it ends at a caution and he doesn't have to do another restart. But at least one more restart coming for the driver at the 6. He's executed so well all night. But Nolan Hodgson again gets another shot at it. You got to figure the more shots that the field gives Nolan Hodgson, the better he's going to be able to time up the 6's jump and be able to hang with him, make this a race for the win. Should get the 1 to go signal this time by. It'll be 16 laps to go and we go back under the green flag. We are down to it. Here in round 11 of the OP Racing Throwback Series. Who's going to be the next one to go to victory lane? We are more than likely going to have a new winner here tonight. Isaiah Dupree looking to deny that. He runs fourth, with some work to be done here on the restart for that machine. Matt Hayden again finds himself in a position where he has to execute on a late race restart. It has been the perfect night for the driver of the 6. Now he just hopes he can cash it in. Pace car is down, leaving the field in the hands of the driver of the 6. Into the restart zone they come. Green flag is out, and it's another good restart. Green flag is out at Richmond. Another great start by the 6. Hodgson remains second. Through turns 1 and 2 and off onto the back straightaway. Matt Hayden now starts to drive away a little bit. Hodgson, does he have anything left for the driver of the 6? Caution flag behind the leaders. Tobias Matheson involved. This was a hornet's nest back here around Anthony English. And off into turn number 3. Hunter Carlson's backing up the corner. English has no idea he's going to stop that quickly. They get into Mark Vega. He hangs a beeline for the wall. Big hit there for the 8. Bo Benham is involved. Tobias Matheson. Oh my goodness, the 2 of Hunter Carlson. Up on his side. Is going to go all the way over on his lid. Eric Kosciolek piles in. Hunter Carlson up on the driver's side of that number 2 machine. Up on top of Anthony English. Goodness. Violent crash. Take another look. Hunter Carlson, my goodness. He just backs up the corner more than Anthony English is anticipating. And look at this hit here for the 2. This is a weird accident right here. He gets lifted up off the ground by the 07. Goes up onto his lid for a moment. Gets back over on his side. Eventually rolls back onto the wheels, but not before getting up on top of the hood of Anthony English's car. Good grief. That's what puts us under the caution here late in the going. My goodness, one of the more violent wrecks at Richmond I have ever seen. Under caution again, 13 laps to go on the speedway. Decent chance this next restart may be our last. We'd have to get pretty much an immediate caution to have time to restart this race. So once again, Matt Hayden finds himself in the same spot he's been in for the past 3 restarts, and that's he just has to beat the guy behind him again. Hodgson, another shot. Has not been able to keep with the 6 yet. But he does get another opportunity. And really all he has to do is stay close. Force the 6 to make a mistake. These laps starting to drag on for Matt Hayden. I mean, it's got to feel like hours in that car right now. Might get the 1 to go here. Let's see the lights go out. They do. It will be 10 laps to go. We are very close to that window where any caution would end the race. We're still outside that window. It's about, 5, 6, 7 laps. So another immediate caution would give us a restart with inside of 5 laps to go. Can these guys make it 10 laps and get to the end? Will we have another restart? How will this restart pan out? We're about to find out. It all comes down to this. 10 laps to go from the Richmond Raceway. Matt Hayden has led so many of these 190 laps up until now. He's got to execute once again. into the restart zone, and green flag, and away we go. It's another pretty good restart for Hayden, but Hodgson able to hold it a little bit closer this time, but he's got to be able to run down and pass the 6. Off turn number 2, Hodgson keeps it within about 2.5 car lengths. Does he have anything left in the tank here for the 6? Pulls to within about 2 car lengths. Nolan Hodgson trying to make this a race. 9 laps to go. He's still within 2.5. Battles on for third, but we're going to keep it up front. Hodgson trying everything in his power to get to the back bumper of the 6. Down to a car length and a half on the back straightaway. Nolan Hodgson in his first start, a spirited run to the front. Can he get to the back bumper of the 6? Does he use the bumper if he gets there? It's a car length off turn number 4. 8 laps to go from Richmond. Everybody's loose. Hodgson has kept the gap close. His best restart of the night. Inside of 10 to go, trying to force a mistake out of the race leader. Down the backstretch once again, Matt Hayden trying to just hot lap his way to a victory. Hodgson trying to deny him. Car length and a half, back down to a car length in turns 3 and 4. Hodgson is not going to make this easy. Both guys wagging the back end off the corner. 7 laps to go. Into turn number 1, who's going to make the mistake? Matt Hayden has been perfect all night, besides one mistake on lap 1. Since that point, he's been near perfect. Turn number 3 and 4. Once again, Hodgson trying everything he possibly can to keep this one close. 6 laps remaining. We're now inside the window where I believe a caution would end this race. Hodgson closes it back down once again. He's going to have the 6 either make a mistake or ride up the racetrack. Something happen where he can gain the time back. He's keeping it close. That's about all he's been able to do. 5 more around Richmond. Off turn number 2, they're going to have a now lap car to negotiate with. What will this play into? Dupree on the inside of Travis Elliott for third. We got to keep it up front. Hayden runs up the racetrack just a little. That allows Nolan Hodgson to pick up a little bit more time. 4 laps to go. They move right on by Mark Vega. The lap traffic should not be an issue now. But Hodgson is there. He's almost close enough to try a bump and run. Does he think about doing it? Inside of a car length now. Make it a car length. It's 3 laps to go from Richmond. Nolan Hodgson is on the prowl. He's hunting the 6 of Matt Hayden. Can he get close enough to move him? A car length separate the 2 leaders off turn number 2. Into turn number 3. Both guys hitting their marks. Who hits them better? Hodgson is going to be close. 1.5 miles to go from Richmond. Hayden slides the car. He may have gotten the wall. Hodgson to the bottom of the racetrack. He wants to lead. Does he use the bumper? He's not quite close enough. Now they battle. They're nose to tail. Off into turn number 3. Dupree watches on. Hodgson into turn 3. On the back bumper of the 6. It's going to be 1 lap to go. He will get a shot at this. 1 lap to go. White flag from Richmond. Into turn number 1, Hodgson going to have to try something desperate. Drives it into turn number 1. Right on the back bumper of Matt Hayden. Now's where you have to get desperate. Hayden has to run off the wall trying to get around the 7 of Eric Kosciolik. Into 3, they hit, they spin. Around goes Hayden into the outside wall. Nolan Hodgson has somehow pulled it off. In his first start, he wins in Richmond. And Matt Hayden is denied once again. He and Hodgson get together in turns 3 and 4. And in his first start in the OP Throwback Series, what a debut. Nolan Hodgson is your winner from the Richmond Raceway. He will stop at the line. He will start to burn it down here on the front stretch. We'll take a look at the replay in turns 3 and 4. We'll give him a second to celebrate and watch the replay. I will give a second here to see if we get any kind of secondary ruling. Obviously, a pretty significant amount of contact in 3 and 4. We will let race control review it here briefly and try to get a definitive answer for you in just a moment. Short track tempers, short track drama here at Richmond. Hodgson forced the mistake and then does what he has to do to move the 6 and win the race. Give me just a moment. He is sitting on the start-finish line. We're going to take just a quick second. I'm going to try to get an idea here if there's going to be any kind of review before we give you an official word. And then we'll look at a replay of what happened in turns 3 and 4. So give me just a moment here. While I wait on some race control things here, we'll go back and take a look at the last lap and the incident in turns 3 and 4. All right, here's what we know. What I do know right now is it is going to be reviewed. The finish is going to be reviewed, so we will take a look at it here live for you on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And we're going to see what our cameras pick up. So let's see. This was the battle in turns 3 and 4 between the two leaders. On the last lap, let's see if we get a little better angle. This might be our best one. Hodgson running behind the 6 of Matt Hayden. Hayden backs up the corner. I'm not sure if that was just to be safe or by design. Maybe because he had the 7 to his outside, but regardless, he ends up in the outside wall, and Hodgson drives on through and wins the race. I wonder if there's a different angle we can use here. I'm going to try to get a definitive look at it for you so you all can judge for yourselves. Take a look at the chopper camera. We'll actually do the whole backstretch. Just want to give you an idea of the context of this incident. Hayden has to run low. His entry is going to be a little bit backed up anyway because he does not have the optimal line to enter the corner. And Hodgson, you tell right there, just hit the brakes a little bit later. Sends the 6 up into the outside wall. We're going to take one more look at it. I know it seems a little bit redundant, but I do want to get a couple more definitive looks at it so you all can form what you think happened. We'll try the drone cam. I don't know how good an angle this is going to be. Actually, it's going to be pretty well perfect here. I mean, you can judge for yourselves there. 25 into the back of the 6. .25 was on the brakes, but unfortunately not soon enough, and ends up getting into the back of the 6. So that's how this one ends here at Richmond Raceway. And all right, we've got an official call here from up top from the race control tower. Officially here from Richmond Raceway, your winner is Nolan Hodgson. In the 25, it's been ruled official. And he gets his first victory of the season in the first race he attends from Richmond Raceway. So, with that being said, we're going to get to your top 3 and get to hear from the top 3 finishers in tonight's race. And we'll start with the man who finished 3rd. the driver of the 51, Travis Elliott. Let's see what he's got to say about his efforts here tonight. We'll make sure our audio is all set to go for that, and it is. So here we go with our post-race interviews. First up is Travis Elliott. Hey, Travis, it's Dawson up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Dawson. How you doing, man?
Not too bad. It's a good effort for you again tonight. You come home third, and obviously with the troubles of some guys up high in the point standings, this one's got to feel good. You get a chunk of points tonight. It's another great night for you. Take me through it and how you're feeling after a third-place run.
Well, started out qualifying on the front row. Wasn't really expecting that. Just came out here and try to run some laps, figure out what I was doing better than everybody else, and figure out what everybody else was doing better than me. Couldn't quite figure out how that 6 was running the way he was running. He was just sending it into the turns and was getting it to stick, and was running it for more than like 25 laps whenever we got those longer runs. But yeah, it was just trying to catch up to the 6, and then you hate to see how the race ended for him tonight, but we're just out here supposedly having fun, and people are getting dumped for the win. But people want to race like that. That's how it's gonna go, I guess.
Well, absolutely. But regardless, here for you, it's another good points night. Just kind of take me through the momentum that you've built over the past few weeks and how this translates going forward. This is several back-to-back top 3 finishes for you here, and you've really established a nice role as we get into the later part of this season. So just kind of take me through what this has done for you and your season as you continue to build momentum towards the end of the year.
I'm just here to have some fun, here to run some laps, and that's all that I'm really here for. Don't really race anything else. Don't have much time to do anything else, and this has probably been the most fun that I've had running these Gen 4 cars around all these tracks. But yeah, I'm just out here trying to challenge myself and have some fun with my spotter Colin, and just hanging out and running laps and just hanging out,
Oh, absolutely. You come home third tonight, so I've got you up here for a second. Anybody you want to thank or shout out?
I just want to give a shout out to Colin, my spotter, for giving me those good pit strategies and just hanging out and having a good time. Talking like Stone Cold Steve Austin, stuff like that, and Alex for all he does for this league, and you guys at Turn 3.
All right, well, thanks for talking to us. Congrats on that third-place effort. Go enjoy it, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, maybe I'll probably talk to you again next week, too. We'll see.
Travis Elliott in the 51, your third-place finisher here in tonight's race. That'll move us to the man on the second step of the podium. A man you all have gotten to know well, and I have gotten to know well as well. Isaiah Dupree in the 86. A good night for him tonight as well, and a good chunk of points tonight that he gets back in our points battle that continues as we go on in the season. Hey, Isaiah, it's Dawson up in the booth. You get a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you come home second tonight. It was another really strong run for you, and you get a chunk of points back here in the points battle tonight. This is a rare separation that we haven't seen so far. So you get a few of those points back. This one's got to feel pretty good, I would imagine. So take me through it and how you're feeling after a second-place run.
Yeah, feeling great. It's nice to finally get away from Tyler in the finishing order, in a positive direction. Like you said, nice to finally gain some points. You got the 5 on me for leading the lap. Couldn't get out front this race, but still pretty happy with the second place run. It was a really fun race. The car was really fun to drive all night.
Well, it definitely was, and it felt like a pretty up and down night for a lot of the guys that ran up front, and you included. So, how did you bounce back? We saw you drop back a couple times just on pit strategy, on a caution happening around you, something like that. So, take me through what it took to bounce back and get all the way back up to second.
Yeah, I tried to play the strategy game a couple times this race, and it never really worked out. I think me and Tyler definitely had a chance. One of the times we pit, and we were both on a full tank of fuel. If it would have gone green, I think we would have been in a really good position. But just trying to keep my nose clean and keep fighting and trying to claw back some points, and finally got to do that tonight.
Oh, yes, you did, and you come home in the second position tonight. So while I've got you up here for a second, anybody you want to thank or shout out?
Yeah, again, thank you for putting on the broadcast every week. You do a fantastic job, and thanks to Alex for having the league. It's a bunch of great guys we have running here. It's always really fun running every week. And then thank everybody back at Nizumi Matterworks for being great teammates.
All right, well, congrats on that second place effort. Go enjoy it, and we will see you next week.
All right, thank you. Have a good one, Dawson.
Isaiah Dupree in the 86, your second place finisher here tonight, and that leads us to the man who made a statement in his first start here tonight. Nolan Hodgson gets the job done, goes to victory lane in his first start here on a Thursday night. We're going to see what he's got to say about his night. Hey, Nolan, it's Dawson up in the booth. You got a copy?
I do.
Well, what a statement this is for you here tonight. It's your first race with us on Thursday nights, and you go to victory lane. First off, just take me through how you're feeling and how you got the job done here on your first start.
Well, as cool as it is, the concept of making victory lane on my first start, it's definitely not the way that I wanted to do it. I like to pride myself on the clean racing that I do and all the things, and just coming to that final corner, I wasn't even planning on making contact at all, because I know how easy it is to lift these cars off the rear tires, and he braked earlier than I was expecting, which I should expect the unexpected. This is racing, so it's it's bittersweet, because like I said, it's cool to be in victory lane, but it's not how I wanted to do it at all, and I apologize wholeheartedly for it, and I accept whatever penalty or whatever happens because of this.
I'll tell you, regardless, it was a strong night for you, no matter what happened there at the end. And we saw you looked like you were getting more comfortable as the race went on. You and Tobias both qualified well in your first start here tonight, and it looked like just as the night went on, you just got more comfortable with the guys around you, got more comfortable inside the race car. Just kind of take me through that learning process tonight and how you got comfortable enough to run up front and then go up there and obviously win the race at the end.
Yeah, I mean, personally, all my practice this week was in the conditions that were like for the practice for this race. I didn't realize that it was going to get nighttime like this, and so it was kind of a slap in the face. So I really took it easy there for the first, I don't know, 50 80 laps, just to feel the car out, make sure I don't do anything stupid, because these cars, it's very easy to make a mistake, and so just throughout the race I was able to see what the boundaries are, see what different wheel inputs or acceleration, brake inputs, all the things, just to feel it out, and I feel like there at the end I was able to put in a pretty good fight.
Well, absolutely you were, and you were in victory lane here tonight. And while I've got you for a second, anybody you want to thank or shout out after this victory?
Well, just I'd like to thank the league for allowing me to join. It's very fun league. From what I've experienced in it. I'd like to thank my parents. I think they're watching right now. They support me in all my racing that I do and let me do this so much, which I appreciate for. And I mean, that's about it. Oh, the EPI guys. Always got to thank the EPI guys. They're a great community there, and a lot of things that I've learned recently have come from those guys, so I appreciate them for that.
All right, well, congrats on your victory here tonight. Go enjoy it, go celebrate, and we will see you in 2 weeks at Auto Club.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Your winner tonight, Nolan Hodgson, in the 25. We'll go through your finishing results here just briefly, give you an idea of where everybody finished in tonight's event. Nolan Hodgson gets the job done. Isaiah Dupree finishes second. Travis Elliott in third. You got to hear from those three. Chad French, another great run for the 93. He finishes fourth tonight. How about Bo Benham, a quiet fifth place finish for the 64. Hunter Carlson goes sixth. He goes from his roof and on the driver's side door to a sixth place finish, so that's quite a story in and of itself. Cody Eldred battled through adversity all night. He gets to seventh. Tobias Matheson in his first start, no slouch either, finishing in the eighth position. Brian Elmore finishes in ninth, And Matt Hayden, the dominant car of the night, finishes tonight in the 10th position. Tyler Bentley, our points leader, finishes in 11th. Greg Cales, 12th. Anthony English, 13th. Brent Elmore, 14th. Alex Green, 15th. Adam Green, 16th. Mark Vega, 17th. Eric Caciolik, 18th. Vicente Guerrero, 19th. And Adam Thompson finishes tonight in 20th. It was another good race here from Richmond Raceway. Round 11 is now in the books. 5 races remain here from the OP Racing Throwback Series. Reminder, we will not be racing next Thursday night as it is the Thanksgiving holiday. Please go enjoy that holiday. I know many of our guys here are going to be taking the almost the entire week off, I think, to be able to spend the week with our friends and family and loved ones. And you all, please do the same. Enjoy the week. Enjoy the holiday. And be ready to come back here in 2 weeks and get back going here on a Thursday night. We will be live for you on Sunday afternoon. I'm going to plug it one more time for the Ryan Sadusky Gobble Gobble 500. It'll be right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, the NASCAR Craftsman Trucks at the Talladega Super Speedway. We are going to be going live for that event. The stream will go live about 1:30 or 1:35. We will go live from Talladega with your extended pre-race show at 1:45 p.m. Eastern. 1:45, a special start time Sunday afternoon, this Sunday, November 19th, at 1:45, the Ryan Sadusky Gobble Gobble 500. It's going to be a great race. We've got a great field already in and several more drivers getting ready to commit to that race. So please come out, give it a watch. It's 500 miles, 188 laps. What better to ring in the Thanksgiving week than 188 laps, 500 miles at NASCAR's biggest and baddest track, Talladega Super Speedway. Until then, Saturday night, we have the OP Racing Butt Kicker Truck Series Championship race on Max Speed TV as a Championship 4. Battle it out to see who will be the champion of the Saturday night series. Sunday night, after the Gobble Gobble 500, get to the Ghost Racing Network for the running of the NSRA Sunday Select Series playoff opener, trucks at Daytona International Speedway for the round of 16 as race 1 of 5 of the postseason gets underway on Sunday night. Monday night, we have OP Racing Premier Series Championship night, Championship 4 race from Daytona. The Craftsman Trucks there as well. Head over to the Ghost Racing Network actually right now if you want to watch some money racing in progress. The PGR Thursday Night Heat Series is well underway for 45 laps of action tonight from Talladega, so go check that out with Austin and Baker. Make sure you go and check those guys out as well. And then we're right back here in 2 weeks' time, not next week, 2 weeks' time. But keep an eye on Turn 3 Racing Network. It is possible we will be going Wednesday night racing again next Wednesday. I don't think there's going to be a break for Wednesday or Saturday, so race 1 of those season 12 will be underway next week as well. It's a great week coming up. Hope you'll join me for all of it. Thank you for joining me here tonight. Thanks for coming out watching. Congratulations to Nolan Hodgson on the victory in his first start here in the OP Racing Throwback Series. That's going to do it for me. Everyone have a great night. Have a great week. Come check out the Gobble Gobble 500. If not, we will see you back here in 2 weeks from Auto Club Speedway. Until then, you've been watching the Turn 3 Racing Network. My name is Dawson Wise. Everybody have a great night.